Hello everybody and welcome back to Target Transfers. Today's event we're going to be talking all about heat transfer types. We are hosting from our brand new showroom yet again, very exciting. And so I'm just going to give you a quick summary of what we're going to talk about today. So we are going to be covering what heat transfers are for any of you that are new to heat printing and would like a bit more of an insight. We're going to talk about which type of transfer you should choose and when, depending on the artwork you're designing. How to order heat transfers on our EasyView system. How to apply heat transfers. As you can see, we've got the Ultronics Auto Open heat press with me here, and Andy is going to be showing you on the Fusion IQ as well. We're also going to talk about how to maximise the profit per sheet when ordering heat transfers. So I'll give you a quick demonstration here. We've got one of our gang sheets, so how to get multiple designs onto a sheet when you're ordering. And then we're going to have a short Q&A at the end. So if you have any questions that we don't cover throughout this live event, comment them below and we will answer all of them at the end of the video. So for those new to Target Transfers, along with manufacturing the UK's leading custom heat transfers, we also are part of the Styles Ultronics group that manufacture the world's leading heat presses and heat transfer vinyl. My name is Molly and I'm joined by my colleague Andy, and we look after all of the training and education here at Target Transfers. So on that note, I'm going to pass over to Andy to give you a brief overview of what custom heat transfers are.
Thanks, Molly. So for those new to heat transfers and heat printing in general, I'm just going to give you a quick overview about what heat transfers are, and hopefully I should give you a little bit more detail about what we're going to cover today. So custom heat transfer is an easy and affordable way to decorate garments and make a profit. They used to get this really soft finish, so it's a premium product you can create for your customers, and you can decorate it in multiple colors with gradients and tones. You can get neon colors, metallic colors, shimmer colors. There's really nothing you can't achieve with a heat transfer. If you've never used heat transfers before, don't worry. We're going to show you exactly how to start and grow with this method. It's really, really easy to get started. And with custom transfers, the entry to market is so cheap. You don't need to spend tens of thousands of pounds on a printing machine because we do all the hard work for you. In fact, you can get all the materials you need to start making your first garments for as little as £21. All you need to do is bring your own heat press. Well, the reason that people are choosing heat transfers, in fact, the heat transfer printing is one of the fastest growing garment decorator techniques because it's the most scalable, because of how easy it is to get hold of heat transfers, how easy it is to order, and how easy it is to apply. It takes between 10 and 12 seconds to apply. With heat transfers, they're essentially ink put onto a special kind of paper. So in this instance, I've uploaded our designs to our EasyView designer, and then 2 days later, these have appeared. You can see the special heat-proof paper, and because we're part of Group Star, we actually manufacture the world's leading heat transfers. So as well as being the easiest to use, they're actually really, really long-lasting. So you're getting a quality product. So once these have been applied under heat press, which I'm going to show you shortly, you can expect these to last the lifetime of the garment. So there's no fading, there's no cracking. You don't need to worry about any problems with orders. These will wash time after time at 40 degrees C. So you've really got you covered there. With heat transfers, there are 4 different types, and the Target Transfers, because we've been manufacturing heat transfers for 40 years, we've really simplified this for you. So Molly's going to go into them in a bit more detail in a minute, but essentially there are 1 to 5 color screen printed heat transfers, an UltraColour transfer, or which also known as a full color transfer, and there's a SubliBlocker version of both of these. I will explain when to use a SubliBlocker and when not to later on today. But today we're going to show you which transfer you should choose and when. We'll demonstrate just how easy it is to accurately apply heat transfers so you get the application right every single time. And we're also going to show you how to apply some specialty prints like metallic and shimmer transfers, which again are super, super easy to use. And this is something that's really popular at the moment. And most of the special colors are only available for another few weeks. So if you are printing for Christmas, it's very, very, very timely that you're joining us today, because you really need to get those orders in now. And again, this is something that we're going to go through with in real detail. So first up, I'm going to show you how to print an UltraColour heat transfer. So for those who are new to target transfers or heat printing in general, UltraColour heat transfers are the world's leading full colour heat transfer. They're what we call a hybrid transfer, so they get the combination of the wonderful, soft, screen-printed finish, along with unlimited colours, unlimited gradients, unlimited tones. So there's nothing you can't do. But what's really great about UltraColour is it solved the problem that a lot of heat printers had when it came to detail on prints like this. So what you used to find, as recently as just 12 months ago, is that all of these designs would need a key line around it or a white box behind them because the print technology just couldn't keep up with the detail. But as a group style, we've developed this new printing technique, which we call UltraColour heat transfers. So there's no limit when it comes to heat printing. So we're really proud to share that with you all. And we've seen a lot of businesses over the last 12 months go from strength to strength since we've introduced that in the UK. If you have questions about how to use UltraColour or you'd like a bit more detail about what you can achieve, please leave it in the comments below. We'll be more than happy to stop at any point and answer these questions. So first up, I'm going to show you how to print an UltraColour design on the Hotronics Fusion manual Fusion, the Fusion XF, which is the world's leading heat transfer. So I'll take you over to the other. I'll press cam. So what we've got here, we've got our UltraColour design. We have our Hotronics Fusion heat press. So this is the world's leading heat transfer printer. So what I mean is there's the latest and greatest machine is this one. We find this to be the most popular internationally because of how versatile it is. You've got the pull function, you've got the chance to turn it into a swing press, just like that. What people really love as well is you've got this Wi-Fi enabled touchscreen control, so you can set every single one of your transfer systems in there. You can do vinyl, you can do heat transfers, you can do everything. And it also gives you reports on how exactly many heat presses you've done. So it's really, really easy to use and really great to get started. These retail at $1915. And if you'd like to know more about how easy it is to pay off the heat press, then just leave us a comment and we'll be able to share those details with you. But it's all available on targettransfers.com. So today we're going to be pressing an UltraColour design. So one of the other great features about UltraColour is that you can press it at 120 degrees C, which is a really low temperature application, and it takes 12 seconds and it goes into medium pressure. So let me just get this out of the way for you. So you've got a really, really big workspace there. Super, super easy. You've got the threadable functionality, which comes as standard, which is another one of the fantastic innovations, the threadability function of the press. Right, so I'm just going to pull this over. When you get a pre-press, for those new to heat printing, always give everything a pre-press because you want to make sure that you get all of the moisture out of the design. We've got a nice flat surface here now. There's no blemishes, no creases. There's nothing for the heat transfer to get rid of. You've got perfect printing area here now. So again, just using UltraColour designs, you can see here this is a photorealistic finish here as well, which is another great avenue in the market for you to use heat printing designs. So if you've got customers that want, I don't know, small run pictures of loved ones, or they're doing a party, or you just want to kind of, perhaps you've got an option to do some more notable people. It's a great option for you as well. So I'm going to cover sheet over the top of it, and swing it around, and it's 12 seconds. There you go, medium pressure. You can see it counting down, and when it's finished, it's going to beep for us, so we know exactly when to fill it back up. So it gives a little countdown just to alert us in case we're prepping the next garment. Just go on through. Put it to the side. So now, you just have to let it cool down for a minute. It's cold here. What this means is you just move on to the next garment when you're waiting. So what I'll do, I'll head back over to the other screen, and while we wait to cool down, I'll just give you a little bit more information about UltraColour. So while we wait for this to cool down, just a reminder, UltraColour is the leading full colour heat transfer, so it means you can do anything with it. So you can see here, this is the one we printed earlier. We have the full colour photorealistic design. But what you can also do, if you have a look at this hat we've done for Father Christmas here, you can see there's loads of different colours. There's probably 100 different colours in this design, but it's printed with these. It all comes to you on this heat resistant paper. You can have that in 8 different layouts, so depending on what you're doing. This is obviously a gang sheet, so we've got multiple designs on here, but we could do this as single design, smaller pieces if you haven't got time to cut them out yourself. It's almost ready to peel. Not quite there yet. Well, no, it's you'll be able to feel it kind of tugging away quite easily. So let's just going to pull this away. So you can see here we're going to give it a nice clean pull, and this will be nice and easy. So you can see, to get this nice and close for you, so you can see just how perfect that's pressed. You can see there's no key lines on that. There's nothing pulling away, and that design has got perfect clarity with the design. Really nice detail, especially you can see just around the bottom part of that bag there. So you can have all sorts of detail going on there. That's just this bag strap, so that's really, really easy to use. So just to recap you on UltraColour design from printing, it's 120 degrees for 12 seconds and medium pressure. And it's really, really easy to get started. Literally all you need is an EPS or a PNG file. So you can literally take a photo right now, upload it onto EasyView, and get the transfers made and back to you in 2 days. So in terms of actually setting up your business, all you need is a heat press. As I discussed earlier, for this instance, we've used a Hotronics Fusion IQ machine. Molly's going to demonstrate with one of the other Hotronics machines. But Hotronics are also part of the group style companies that we belong to. These Hotronics machines are all made in the US, and they all come with an extra premium level of quality. So you get lots of design innovations that Hotronics have built in. So you get medium. The medium pressure that we did was using the patented over center adjustment. So what that means is when the pressure comes down, it comes down perfectly every time. So it means you can, no matter where you're pressing on the platen, you're going to get a perfect pressure every time. Likewise with the heating element, this has the built so there's no cold spots on it. So you don't have to worry about making sure your design's in the middle every time, because no matter where you print on the press, you're going to get perfect press every time. So now I'm going to pass over to Molly. So Molly's going to actually talk to you about 1 to 5 color screen printed designs, what they are, and how to achieve the best results when pressing them.
I'm going to fuse onto the red t-shirt today because it's Christmas. And we are going to load onto the garment. Is there a close-up cam we can have for this press, Andy? There we go. So, load onto the garment. As you can see, the quick slip protector that is on here makes it really easy to load the garment on and off. Before we do anything, I'm just going to check that the settings are right on this press. So, quick 5-second pre-press, and then screen necessarily fuses at 10 seconds and at 160 degrees. I'm just going to do a quick pre-press to remove any moisture from the garment pieces. And the auto-open feature there as well, which is great. Another great thing about pre-pressing as well is that it gives you a chance to test the pressure of your heat press. So you can always adjust the pressure on Pantone Express's bubble down on top. If you're in the Air Fusion models, they're obviously air control pressure, but with these ones, you just sort of turn them half a turn, and it. So we're just going to place our transfer now onto the t-shirt. And we're just going to use some release paper to protect both the transfer and the garment. And fuse for 10 seconds. So you can see the auto-open feature on this heat press really is great for if you want to prep your next garment without worrying about over-scorching, and it will just open up whenever you're done. So we're just going to wait for this to cool down, and then we'll peel it. Whilst we're waiting for this to cool, I'm going to quickly talk about SubliBlocker transfers, and we'll switch back to the main candy. Thank you. So SubliBlocker heat transfers, there are two types of Subli, both screen and ultra. And when you choose the SubliBlocker transfers, this is when you're fusing onto sublimated garments. So the blocker element to SubliBlocker transfers prevents any dye from the garment coming through to the transfers, which just means that your products are lasting a lot longer at a higher quality. They won't discolor, you won't have any issues with that. So as I say, 4 types of transfers overall. We have UltraColour, which Andy's covered, screen print, which I've just demonstrated, and then there's a Subli-blocking version for both of those. So that's the overview of the transfers that we have here at Target. Everything you need to run a successful heat printing business. They're all highest quality, so everything you need. Right, let's see if our transfers are ready to peel. Yeah, so we're just about ready here. So as you can see, really quick. Oh, that one's come apart there. There we go. Should have come away in one swift motion if I hadn't ripped it. There we go. And you can see these shimmers on that as well, especially in this light. So these are our Festive Inks. We've got Rudolph Red, Tree Green, Grinch Green, Gold Shimmer and Silver Shimmer. And these are all available on Easy View. We do also have another 5 shimmers available for Christmas. But yes, the close-up on those you can really see. Perfect for Christmas. And again, this garment isn't as stretchy, but you do have the stretch element there to the transfers as well. Is there anything else you'd like to add to the transfer side of things, Andy, before we move on?
Just had a bit of an audio issue at the beginning, so if you just want to let people know about screen printed from the beginning, just a little bit of screen printed.
Oh, okay, no problem. We'll recap screen. Okay, so screen printed transfers are for designs that have 1 to 5 single colours in the design. They are great for fine detail. They have a really soft and thin finish to them, and we have neon and metallic inks available on Easy View at no extra cost. As I mentioned earlier, these are some of our Christmas shimmer metallics. So screen applies at 160 degrees, as we've just demonstrated. This video obviously will be available to watch on demand afterwards, so if you miss any part in the video, you can go back and watch it again. Yes, so 160 degrees for screen at 10 seconds at medium pressure. And then you'll have a long-lasting transfer there. Do I need to go over SubliBlocker, or was that okay? That's okay, brilliant. If you have any questions about screen printing, do drop them in the comments if I've missed anything or if you didn't hear, and we'll cover those towards the end. If you have any questions about any of the equipment, also leave them below. Oh, there we go. So yes, so the Auto Open and the Max are quite similar heat presses. The bonus about using the Auto Open, they both have interchangeable patterns, which is great. They both had digital readout. Does the Auto Open have a pressure readout over the Max? That's the difference, isn't it? Yes. So with the Hotronics Auto Open, it will tell you what pressure your heat press is fusing at on the digital readout, whereas the Max doesn't. So in order to get 100% perfect accuracy, we recommend going with the Auto Open. You can gauge the pressure really easily with the Max based on how easily you can pull it down. The dial is the same. So there isn't much of a difference, but the Hotronics Auto Open does give more opportunity for expanding your business. So for the sake of that small price point, the Auto Open, I think the breakdown, double check it's on the website, but I think the breakdown is 108 t-shirts per year, and it completely pays off the press whilst covering your costs and giving you a bit of a profit. So in terms of what it would cost you to pay off the press, it's really not that much difference, and it would give you a higher quality. So yeah, we always would recommend the Auto Open, but they're both great presses. They both have interchangeable patterns, digital readouts. So yeah, you can't really go wrong with either. Are Christmas products profitable? 100%. If anything, they are slightly more profitable than normal items, as you can increase the price tag as it's Christmas promo. And like we were saying earlier, our way of doing transfers, so our gang sheets here make it that bit more profitable. So as you can see here, depending on, I mean, you could cut these out individually and use them as individual transfers, but we did this as one design today. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 transfers on this one sheet. So straight away, the cost per sheet is divided by 11, and then you can make that many more products out of it. So especially with the shimmers, metallics, the neons that we offer, you can really increase the price of your garments as well. So if a t-shirt was say worth 20 or 25 pounds, you could easily push that to 30 with the addition of these inks, and your cost per transfer would be significantly less as well. So 100%. It's not too late to start printing Christmas products either. So if you're sat at home thinking that you're ready to get started, we have bundles available so that you can purchase your press and you can purchase transfer credit alongside it at a discounted price as well, so that you can get started for less. And our turnaround time for transfers is 2 days. So you'll order them and then 2 days later they'll be at your door ready to apply, and then you can get them straight out to your customers. So it's only the 4th, is it the 4th or the 5th? It's the 4th of November, so you've got plenty of time to get started, grow your business for Christmas, and print all of these different designs. So a short answer to your question, yes, Christmas products are very profitable. Have we got any more questions, Andy?
That's it for now.
That's it for now. Brilliant. Okay. Well, I think that covers everything for today. If you have any questions we haven't covered, still drop them in the comments below. Andy and I'll be monitoring the video afterwards as well, so we can get back to you on those. Yes, and did we want to cover how to order briefly by EasyView? Yes, okay, so I'll pass back over to Andy, who's going to take you through how to order your custom heat transfers on our EasyView system.
Okay, thanks, Molly. So, as we kind of mentioned, we've kind of covered just how easy it is to actually apply heat transfers. It's very, very easy for anyone to get started. You literally just use medium pressure, and it's either 120 or 160 degrees, depending on the product, and it's either 10 or 12 seconds. But one of the things that we're really pleased about at Target Transfers is just how easy it is to order transfers. For those new to the transfer business, it's always been really difficult to get hold of transfers. There's always phone calls and back and forth on emails, but over the last 12 months, we've really changed the way that you can order heat transfers. So today I'm just going to cover exactly how you can. So here we have our website, which is custom.targettransfers.com. And you can see here we've got the 1 to 5 color screen, and we've also got the full color UltraColour transfers, which we discussed earlier. So as you know from Molly's piece, is that if it's 1 to 3 colors, you want to go with screen printed designs. But if it's going to be anything with above 3 colors, you're going to get a better price point by using UltraColour. Or if you've got tones and gradients, then I would go with an UltraColour as well. So I'll show you how to order both because it's very, very easy. You just pick the product you want. So I'll go with 1 to 5 color to start off with. All of these have exactly the same size layout. So if you want the gang sheets, it's going to be an A3. Or if you want them to be pre-cut to size because you don't want to spend time cutting them, then you've got the option there as well. So just pick whichever format works for you. I'll show you how to do a gang sheet today. So what I'm going to do here is I click the A3 option. So again, this is the 1 to 5 color screen printed designs. I'm going to click add design. Then it'll ask me to add a screen printed heat transfer design. So we've made it so you can't make any mistakes. You can't put the wrong transfer type on your design. We don't want to stop you from getting going there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just find design from before. So I'm going to click this one. This is a 2-color design. So it loads up straight away. It recognizes that it's got a white and blue design in there. And here is where you get the option to Pantone match your products. So for those that are working with larger brands or you want to make sure your own logos are in very specific colors, we can Pantone match when it comes to 1 to 5 color screen transfers. There are almost 500 colors already preloaded, but if you want a particular number and it's not on there, just drop us an email. We'll get that uploaded for you straight away. So very, very easy. So we click OK. I'm happy with that design. Then I can start to build my gang sheet. So what you can do here is you could add another one. You could copy it. So it's going to copy that, and I'm going to paste it, and I can add another one in. So that way I've got 2 on there, and you can start to build out. So what you've got here, you've got a 2-color sheet, but already by putting more designs on, you've started to halve the price of your actual price per transfer on there. And we can add multiple designs on here. So I might do a neck label on here as well. What I'll do is I'll match it to the same blue in the design. So that way I'm not going to add any extra cost on there. And again, now we split that transfer cost in 3 by adding more designs on there. So again, I'm just going to copy and paste that one. Now I've got 4 designs on there. So you can see straight away, it's very easy to start building your designs up. And in all honesty, you could fit anywhere between 3 and 23 transfers on here. So straight away, it brings that price down to, if you're only ordering 10, it could bring it price down to somewhere between £1 and 30p. But really, you'll also see the more transfers you order, the price comes down quite a lot already. So we've put in 100 here, and you can see that the price for the whole sheet, each individual sheet, has dropped quite considerably. So before it was £10, and now it's only £3. So that means that the price per transfer for these 4 here is actually only about 75p, and we've not even finished filling the sheet yet. So this is just how easy it is. You're not going to fill the whole sheet up today, but you could go on here and you can play around with it yourself. You just click add design and get started. Really that simple. When you're happy with your designs, you've got an instant proof here. You could try adding a different color into the background if you wanted to. So the way you do that, you just click on the fill background button, and okay, you can see what the color might look like. If you know it's going to go onto red garments, you've got a visual straight away. So you've covered everything you need to know about design straight away. What we've also got, we'll check it for quality while you're working with it. So you can see here straight away, I've got a green quality bar. So you know that print job is perfect already. We're not going to have to contact you and say, oh, your design isn't quality enough. You submit another one. It's really, really easy to get started. One of the common questions we get when creating a sheet is, how do I know that everything's on there okay? And again, we've got a quality check here. So you see here, quality is just fine. But if I start to pull that design off the page, immediately you've got a warning just to let you know you've placed it outside. So that way, if you carry on from this point onwards, we would actually, your design would get printed with that bit cut off. But we don't want you to do that. We want to stop you from doing that. So you can see lets you know when the design's back. And it also allows you to go right up to the edge with your designs, so you can really make the most out of that transfer sheet. This gang sheet or a loaded heat transfer sheet is something that it's only available in the UK from Target Transfers. We're very proud to offer that service to you. I hope that they'll find that nice and easy for you to use, and also allows you to make a more profitable business. So once you've got your sheet set up fine, you can have a bit more of a play around with price if you want to. You can see what the differences it make if I order 200. You see again the price will keep coming down the more sheets you order. When you're happy, just hit buy. That's it. That's all there is to it. Then you can go to the checkout page. You can pay via just by a normal credit card. You can pay by PayPal, or if you're one of our account customers, you can pay on account as well. So I'm just going to quickly go back to the home page just to recap that, and we'll go through an UltraColour design as well. So if you want to order heat transfers in the UK, all you need to do is go to custom.targettransfers.com. While you're here, if you want to sign up for a newsletter, you'll find out about the new events that we're doing, like this one. You'll be the first to know by signing up to a newsletter. Then you go and pick your designs, so 1 to 5 color screen designs, or if you're going to go for the grades and tones, you want to go with the full color ultra. SubliBlocker designs are just below it as well. So if you want to go for one of those options, you've got it there. So if you're using dyed sublimated garments, you've got an option straight away. You've got that first line of defense against the dyed garments. We also have further education sections in our help center. So after today's event, if you'd like to know more about the transfers, you'd like to know more about how to order, how to price, we've got loads of educational tips on there as well. So let's go over an UltraColour design. So with an UltraColour, you can either go with an EPS, a PNG, or a PDF file. We always recommend using an EPS because this is the best version of printing, but it's entirely up to you on that one. Again, pick the size that works for you. So before we just went with A3 or a gang sheet because we know we can get loads on there. But you could gang up an A4 sheet if you wanted to, or like I said before, if you just want to, nice and simple, you want everything to arrive pre-cut for you, just pick the layout that works for you. All of these layouts have been designed to match industry specifications of the largest print size you'd actually want to do for that placement on a garment. And if you're unsure which one to use, I'll go through that with you in a minute as well. So because we're using UltraColour designs, it means we can actually be a bit more adventurous with some of the colours here. So for instance, I can pick this blended design here. So let's just load that one up, pop that in the middle there. So for those who want a bit more information about when you should and shouldn't use your design, so we've actually put a little key on the side here as well for a little bit more information. So all you need to do here, so you can see here, it's telling you again if the quality image you have uploaded is not good enough for this particular area. So that way we know that actually we want to go with a different design here, or we want to make sure that we've picked the right size. Because it's a neck label print, it's immediately alerting me to let me know that actually I shouldn't really be using the A6 design. So I'll change it, and I'm going to go with a neck label design instead. Just click OK, and then we can get going again. Oops, apologies, I just picked on a screen printed one. So we wanted the UltraColour. But what it's done there is it made sure that you didn't upload a design with tones and gradients into the wrong product. So let's add the UltraColour design back in. There we go. Fills the neck label perfectly. And we can see we're not losing any design consistency from those. And you can see we've probably got, if you were to actually isolate every single layer in when you were working in Photoshop, you've probably got 500 different colors throughout this blend. So it just shows you just how powerful it is using an UltraColour design. There really is no limits on what you can do. So like I said before, this will come as an A8 size, or it's 52 by 74 millimeters. If you want to know precisely the size of it, And again, you can play around with quantity. So you know this one's going to be £2.32 each. But if you're doing single neck labels, you're probably looking more in the region of 100. So by changing the quantity from 10 to 100, I've actually saved more than 50% on the price. So there's some really great quantity breaks, and everything when it comes to pricing is very transparent. So you can play around with here, or if you were to click onto one of our drop downs, you can click onto pricing and get yourself a pricing grid if you prefer to go with that option. So once again, UltraColour designs, which we discussed earlier, are the world's leading full color heat transfer, and now they're the world's easiest heat transfer to order as well. So when you're happy with the quantities, you just click buy, and it'll keep adding up your designs here as you go along. But what you found here is, again, is another quality checker. If you put that design up there, it doesn't want you to buy, it doesn't want you to make a mistake. So we've really put a lot of thought into how we can make this as user-friendly for you as possible, so that if you're using it for the first time or using it for the 1000th time, it's really a smooth and easy process for you to use. So just got a couple of comments coming in here, so let's just have a quick look at those. So someone here wants to know if the auto open heat press can be used with the neck tag pattern. So for those of you that joined us on our last live event, we did a special event on neck label printing, which included the launch of our free downloadable neck label template. So if you haven't watched that one, do go and check out our YouTube page and watch that one back. But to answer this question, yes, the auto open heat press can be used with the neck tag pattern. So this is what we call a dual pattern. So it's the Hotronics tag along pattern. So what it means is it has two areas for isolating prints. So you can do your front chest and a neck label at the same time. So it's really great innovation, and it works for every single Hotronics machine. So that's the Max Press, the Auto Open Press, and all of the Fusion range. So if you have the Auto Open Press, you can just use the quick release function and get started. Very easy. So that's available on targettransfers.com. So let me just have a look and see if we have any other questions. And I did see a question. Oh, here we go. Someone just wanted to double check what the minimum order quantity is. So this is 10. So for screen printed heat transfers, the 1 to 5 color, and for UltraColour, it's just 10, which is the lowest available in the industry. So I think that's it for our questions now. Did you have anything else you wanted to add, Molly, before we finish?
No, I am all good.
Okay, so just wanted to thank everyone for joining us again today. If you are following along, you'll know that we are doing some great renovations to our showroom and education space here at targettransfers.com. So make sure you're following on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, because we will be doing a big reveal very soon of our new showroom, and on the 19th of November. So make sure you sign up for turn those notifications on. If you haven't signed up for our newsletter, I would encourage you to do that already, because there's loads of great free education designs that are going out there, including the neck label template, which I would highly encourage you all to download and have a play around with. So if you're not adding neck labels to your designs, you're really missing out on a way to add extra value to your printed garments, and it costs averages out about 6p for a screen printed design. So thank you very much to Molly for a great presentation on screen printed transfers and SubliBlocker designs and the auto open heat press. If you have more questions, just get in touch. We're always happy to help.